Illegal immigrants with criminal records.
President-elect Donald Trump easily won the Electoral College vote against Hillary Clinton, partly because he appealed to white male voters, many of whom liked his illegal immigration message. Now that message becomes reality, according to Trump. His plan when he takes office includes things like building a wall on the southern border, deporting immigrants who are convicted of crimes, ending sanctuary cities, and making sure countries take back their own citizens when the U.S. orders them to be deported. And that's just part of Trump's immigration policy, a policy that has been inciting angry protests all across the country, with thousands of protesters out here in Los Angeles, home to the largest Hispanic population in the United States.
I wouldn't call it a policy. It's wrong for many reasons. I think it's overtly racist and very uninformed. I think those broad brushstrokes are really damaging, and I feel like he's causing more division and really bringing out ugliness that I, at least in my lifetime, have never seen.
It is incorrect on so many levels. I think he's targeting certain groups, building the wall. I mean, that is so ludicrous. And the deportation, the registry of Muslims.
It's wrong at that point because you know, everybody here came from, that's what they call, I think, United States, because we are here for every part of the world.
It would be a shame to take them away or rip them away from their homes, and they have a life here. They're humans and deserve that just as much as anybody that was born here.
Despite what many of these Angelenos have to say, are they being hypocritical? In other words, is there a double standard for Donald Trump? I was here in Los Angeles less than 3 years ago working on a similar story, talking to angry Latino activists who were livid at President Obama. They claimed he had a similar immigration policy. Here is part of that report from March of 2014.
I don't think anybody believed that we would be having a conversation with the President of the United States, President Barack Obama, on 2 million deportations in this country. That was something that I could not imagine. It was something that nobody who supported him in the Latino community could imagine.
Angelica Salas is executive director of CHIRLA, the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles. CHIRLA is one of several Latino groups at this news conference to protest the administration's record number of forced deportations. Salas says candidate Obama promised immigration reform. However, she and other activists say President Obama hasn't done nearly enough to prod or work around a deadlocked Congress. And even more galling to these critics, the forced deportations, just under 2 million in Obama's first 5 years, nearly as many as in all 8 years of his Republican predecessor, George W. Bush.
The system just does not work.
Today, the Obama immigration policy seems to be erased from these folks' memory, or at least temporarily forgotten.
I am not in favor of a wall. I think it is absurd.
Now, it should be noted that in my original story you saw there from 2014, Homeland Security said that during the Obama administration, about half the folks deported did have criminal records. However, the Latino activists back then said Obama was, quote, inhumane, and they stressed how disappointed they were with the president, claiming he lied to them and betrayed their community. Interesting how much of the news media today also seems to forget about all of that and continually blast Trump and his immigration policy, Rick and Elizabeth, even though we don't really even know what's been implemented yet. We don't even know what Trump is really going to do.